You know that feeling when Target rolls out the school supplies and your brain starts twitching? Like, okay, I need to get my life together before school starts. That's your sign. But not just to stock up on colored pencils and binders and glue sticks. It is your sign to start designing a school year schedule that actually empowers you and your family to live life the way that you want to. I'm Laura Davis, a time management strategist for working moms who want to truly have it all, a career and a business that you absolutely love while you enjoy motherhood without ever feeling like you're having to constantly choose between the two of them. Now, before we get into today's episode, I have to know something. If there was a way that you could get 20 hours back of your time over the next month, is that something that you'd want to hear more about? If so, message me Accelerator on Instagram, it's.laura.davis, and I'll send you all of the details about how you can get a done for you personalized weekly schedule that will give you back 5+ hours every single week. All right, let's dig into today's episode because I'll be honest, I really cannot believe that we are already talking about fall. Now, this season, between the summer chaos and fall structure, if your kids are in school, is truly the perfect time to update your schedule for who you are growing into and who you are becoming, not just in regards to the school year, but in general, as you are wanting to grow and evolve and step into a higher level version of yourself. How can your schedule reflect that and respect that? Because let's be honest, your calendar is not just for logistics. It is truly a reflection of the identity that you want to embody, right? The mom, the CEO, the wife, the woman that you want to become. And so this fall, don't just reset your kids' routines, which is what we seem to all focus on, reset your own routines as well. And like I said, this can really help you prioritize the woman that you are becoming, the version of you that you are trying to grow into. Your schedule should help empower you to do that. It brings different energy, it brings different priorities, and it brings different needs in your schedule that really reflect where you're going, not where you've been, right? And you know what I'm talking about when you're trying to level up, you're trying to grow into a new version of yourself, and it feels almost like your obligations and your calendar are kind of holding you back. They're almost like gripping you and telling you, no, 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 come back to your comfort zone, come back to what you're comfortable with. And you're having to say, no, no, I'm creating a new schedule that reflects who I really am and who I want to become in this new season of life. And let me tell you, the back to school time is the perfect time for you to make this shift in your schedule. So today I want to talk about 3 strategic shifts and how you can think about them in regards to the fall and how you can use them to really level up and empower your level up of becoming the next version of yourself. So number 1 is having future focused planning for the fall. And so what you can ask yourself is, what is one goal that you want to be living by the end of Q3? And so now Q3 is July, August, and September. So what is one goal that you want to be living by the end of Q3? Not dreaming about it, but living it. Whether it is maybe getting consistent client leads because you've been more consistent with your email marketing or with your social media marketing. Maybe it's having better boundaries around your career or your business. Maybe it is being in the flow with the school year routines that don't burn you out, right? Because back to school and the school year can really be a popular time for us to get burnt out because we're trying to make everything Pinterest perfect for our kids. So how can you have school year routines that don't burn you out? And then we can reverse engineer that so that now your fall doesn't feel as reactive, right? So that's the first ask. The second strategic shift is to claim your next level priority, right? And so what do I mean by that? Not everything can matter. So if you're a business owner, you've probably heard the marketing mantra, if you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. And that's in regards to really trying to like niche down to something specific, because when you try to talk to no one, you actually are too broad and you're talking, or when you try to talk to everyone, you're talking to no one because you're being too broad. It's the same thing with your priorities. If everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority, right? So not everything can matter all at the same time. Choose one future focused priority that you want to build into your back to school rhythm and routine and schedule. And maybe that is launching your offer. I don't know about you, but September is a really busy time for launching in the online service provider, online business world. So I know for me personally, I have a September launch. Maybe it's pitching podcast interviews and getting your name out there on different people's podcasts and being introduced to their audience. Maybe it's getting into a consistent workout groove. If your business is doing fantastic, if your family life is doing fantastic, but you're like, I really want to push myself in the health and fitness world, maybe that is your one priority for the fall. But your fall calendar should be built so that it is reflecting that one priority, right? And then 3 is to design identity-based rituals. All right, what do I mean by this? This isn't just about blocking off time on your calendar, right? It's about who are you becoming? So use the rhythm of back to school and that structure to implement new rituals and new routines that allow you to step into this new identity. So maybe it is that, if we use one of the previous examples of you want to launch your offer in September, maybe your ritual is that every single morning you are working on that launch. Between now and the end of Q3, you're working on that launch for an hour. Maybe if, the health and fitness is your priority, maybe you have an hour dedicated every single day to working out and to creating your meals, right? Or maybe if yours is, I think one of the other examples we used was pitching podcasts for you to be a guest podcast on. Maybe that is something that you dedicate 30 minutes to every single day. But whatever that priority is, make sure that you are designing rituals and routines that allow you to focus on that one priority, right? So maybe that is also saying that you are going to fill that block of time or block off that on your calendar first. So when you're in your weekly planning session and you are trying to figure out what all you're going to plan for the next week, your one priority should be one of the first things that you block time for on your calendar. Now, some of the common beliefs that we have around stepping into a new level of ourselves, I want to help you reframe them, right, into something more positive. So something that I hear a lot is, I'll just start fresh in September. Like July and August are too busy. I'll start fresh in September. Let's shift that to, if you wait until September, there's no good reason that you couldn't have done it in August, right? So maybe you just say, hey, I'm going to start in mid-August and I'm not going to wait until September. Another common belief is, I just need to get through the summer. I just need to survive the summer, right? But this is the prime time to shift. This is prime time because you are going into what you know is a busy season, but you're also going into a season of structure, right? The school year just allows for extra structure naturally built into your life. So let's leverage that extra structure and really use that as a prime time to elevate who you are and to get into that next level growth that you've been wanting to experience. And then another common belief that I've heard is, I'll plan when I feel more motivated. And the truth is that motivation follows structure, right? So if you build the rhythm and the routine to focus on that one priority over Q3, your motivation is going to follow. Now, if you still are experiencing low motivation, I do have an earlier episode. I think it's episode 45, maybe, but there it is titled "What to Do When You Have No Motivation." Go check out that episode because that will help you get out of the motivation funk. So if you are craving a fresh start this fall, but you don't want to just wing it, then this is your moment, because the Schedule Accelerator is a done for you reset where I create a framework, a weekly framework that matches your next level vision. It prioritizes what matters most to you, and it actually gives you time back to work on those goals that you want to accomplish to level up your life. So you'll walk away with a new weekly plan outline delivered within 72 hours from me that feels like the first day of school. You are going to wake up and you are going to be so excited because you have this new weekly plan that has been outlined for you. So you can grab yours at thelauraddavis.com/schedule. And I cannot wait to see you in there. So just to close us out for a minute, whenever we're talking about leveling up and how the back to school season structure can help you do that, I want you to know that you don't have to wait for September for things to feel like a fresh start. You get to claim that energy right now because we're already at the tail end of July. So back to school season is going to be here any moment. And your calendar is not just for appointments and meetings. It is truly a vehicle to help you transform into that next level version of you that you've been wanting to be. So I hope that this helps you with these 3 shifts, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode.